So,
okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly chronicler of the Elder Scrolls today, because today we might have lost one of our players. Let's see here. Did we lose Dave in chat? He hasn't dropped out yet, but he's very quiet right now.
no, I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here. Good. Today, so I've lost my train of thought for my intro. Tonight, we are carrying on with Chapter 2. We are 2 months late into this, but we're playing Part 2 of our new campaign, playing the Unofficial Elder Scrolls RPG. Which is a fan-made product that is really, really incredible. And we're playing a campaign set in the northernmost province of Tamriel, Skyrim. And with me tonight are the stars of tonight's session. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight? First up, we've got our resident armor smith, Dave.
Hey everyone, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Sabaka the Still. Sorry, I wasn't muted in the game. And excited to be back in Skyrim, and probably play some actual Skyrim after or tomorrow, and play Sabaka in there too. So.
Very nice. And joining him is our resident European time zone player, joining at an outrageously early hour. It's Ingolf.
Yeah, it's all outrageously late. It's in the middle of the night. So yeah, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Ratesh the Ravager, who lives up to his name. Let me put it this way.
Very nice.
Not the most intelligent, but very ravaging. Yeah.
Nice. And I think it's interesting because neither of you guys are spellcasters. Both of you guys, I think, are martial characters. So that will be interesting. So, at the time of recording, I guess first off, for those who maybe wanting to check out the rules for themselves, there is a link in the description of the video to where you can download these rules. They have not only this, they've got like 3 different versions of the rules that are available for download right now. There's also a very active Discord server you can join. So we have no direct relationship with them, but just it's a game that we have thoroughly enjoyed, and we're excited to get back to the table. However, it has been about 2 months since we have played last, so there's going to be a fair bit, I imagine, of either getting things wrong or looking things up as we go, because it has been a while. I did listen to the last session before and did some refreshing of my memory, but I'm inevitably going to be screwing this up and confusing it with Warhammer Fantasy or with Zweihander or with Blackbirds or one of the other D100 based games that we have been playing. So last session was our first introduction into Skyrim, and Dave, you're the only one who actually was there last time. What do you recall having happened last time? I'll give you a hint. It involved a cart.
Cart.
Let me bring you over actually to maybe there's another visual we were using that might...
Yeah, I'm like, okay, old man brain needs to think about...
Well, this is, I mean, we have played an awful lot of games in between.
A lot of other games.
Yeah, and now and then. So, does this look familiar to you?
No. I remember a session with Sabaka in... Were we in the place where you get the Golden Claw? I'm trying to get the Golden Claw back?
No, that was in Bleak Falls Barrow. That was your first time playing Sabaka with Jeff. Right. Last time we kicked off the campaign with a lot of you. It was you and 4, I think, or 5 other adventurers who were making your way into the region of Skyrim, heading towards Helgen, which at this time is actually part of the Kingdom of Falkreath. It's not actually part of politically Skyrim, because at this point Falkreath is allied with the Collodian estates.
Right. And one of our characters knew somebody there, and we were going to connect with them.
Yeah. Do you recall having the person who was taking you along, his name was Janus Polis.
Yeah, was he a merchant and we were helping guard his wares?
You were helping guard his wares, and he was telling you that he was convinced that you guys were a couple of days behind a legion or a detachment from the Imperial Army.
Right, because we had found a campfire and a campsite that they had used.
Yep.
And determined how cool it is, or...
And the signature mushroom stew that the Legion marches on as well.
Yeah, and then did we get attacked in that camp?
You didn't get attacked in the camp, but what you guys did find was...
we got ambushed on the way back?
There wasn't an ambush. Well, there was an ambush, and there wasn't. What you saw was a series of carrion birds that were circling, blackbirds, over the about a half mile off in the direction ahead of where you guys were. And some of you stayed with Janus and the wagon. Some of you advanced forward to see what the heck was going on. Do you remember what you found? Does that refresh your memory at all, or?
Yeah, there were. They had, whoever we discovered had a scout that had gone past us and was heading towards Janus, and there was a couple of them that were still in the clearing, I think.
Yeah, so there was. You're right about them going back, and there were a bunch in the. What there was an encampment that was a legionary encampment, probably about 50 men and women. And it seems that the devastation that was wrought in there is not something that this group of bandits could have done. And they seem to be looking around and looking at a series of tracks that were in that encampment. And that's when you guys heard the kind of shouts from back in the direction of Janus, because one of your companions, Carl's character, had spotted the person who was trying to ambush them, and he set her on fire.
Yeah.
That led to a fight along the roadway with a bunch of Orzamer raiders, and you guys managed to kill most of them and drive the others off. And that is where we ended our session last time. Does that refresh your...
Yeah,
okay.
That sounds good.
Okay, so then I guess first off, Ritesh, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I mean, setting someone on fire seems to be a reasonable response. So I think that everything was dealt in the appropriate way. So.
Yeah. And what we'll assume, so for those listening at home who may not be joining our regular games, when we have changes in players or characters or whatnot, we don't make any effort to try and explain why there's a change or whatnot. It's a game we're playing. We're not trying to weave a novel or anything like that. So we just nod and, play with whoever is able to make the session. Ritesh, will assume then that you have been playing or have been joining everyone along on here and that you took part in that fight. But it seems that you guys have triumphed and driven off those Orzamer or Orc attackers. Let's assume that Ritesh had stayed back originally with Janus, and that I'm changing the way I'm pronouncing his name each time. So, with Janus, and that Sabaka had been the one who had gone forward to scout. So, Ritesh, you're not familiar with what is up ahead right now.
Okay.
So, let's pick up from there. Janus is like, what? What was all that about?
They appear to be bandits, or, well, lesser bandits. Not very good ones at any rate. We were able to drive them off and keep you safe, so you should be grateful.
Well, what did you find? What were the birds?
The carrion birds ahead. It appears that the legionary encampment, the legionnaires that we are behind, we are not as behind as we thought we were. They're not far ahead, and most of them have been killed, murdered. Yeah,
you actually saw no bodies. There were parts of bodies that were in there, but no bodies. And
we didn't find any whole bodies, only partial remnants, parts, arms, feet, typical bloody, grisly things that you wouldn't see in a normal place.
You know, those Orzammar are beasts.
Huh? The encampment is very large. These few bandits wouldn't have been able to do all of that, especially if we were able to drive them off so easily.
What? I don't understand. The bandits didn't kill or attack the legionaries?
They had no blood on them. Their weapons were clean, and they don't look very useful or dangerous. I would assume that there's a greater evil in the area, something that's wiped out the legionary encampment. But I could be wrong. This one thinks there is still danger lurking.
His eyes get kind of big, and he's looking around. You see once again that crow that has been following your camp along, kind of lands, or raven lands on the on a high limb from one of the trees. What would you guys like to do next?
We should search the bodies, strip them of anything useful, and dump them in the ravine.
You mean the bandits?
Oh, yes. They might only have ordinary equipment, but you never know when an axe might break or a sword might get stuck in someone's skull, and you need a second one.
Yeah, you never know. That's yeah. It seems a good idea. Yeah, I agree.
So what you would find on these on the bandits who you fought would be, in terms of gear, everything is iron, so it's going to be a lesser quality than the steel that you guys are using. There are a couple of fur shields, if you wish to bring them. I can tell you there is not room on the cart for any extra, any of this excess gear, so you'll have to carry it yourself, and you'll have to be mindful of what your encumbrance is. I think that Ratesh may have a lot of wiggle room, though, because his total encumbrance is 14 and his carrying capacity is 24.
Yeah.
Sabak is also 24, actually, and carrying 17 currently. So, there would be iron. There's an iron great axe. There is, because that was what one was using against Jeff's character. There are several iron broadswords. There's at least one iron war axe. And they were all wearing either leather or partial fur armor.
Are you really sure we want this inferior gear?
No, I don't really feel like bogging myself down with extra weight, especially when it's not worth much. If there's not any loose coins or gems or anything, I say we just move on.
Let's take a look here. Give me a sec. I'm just going to tell you the weights of... Here we go. So the weights of these things would be, like, a long sword has an encumbrance of 2. And as... Yeah, because it's iron, it's worth 80% of the steel weapons.
Right.
It's otherwise not, like, the benefit of steel is it gives +1 damage.
Right.
Whereas the iron is just whatever the listed scores are. A great axe is 4 encumbrance, and the shields, fur shields, I don't know if either of you guys have shields as part of your
Nope.
combat style. No, okay, so encumbrance is 2.
Are we abstracting missiles?
No, you are. I think no. We're counting them because you have.
Counting them. Okay.
Yeah, because you have a certain number. And there's different kinds. You've got your bodkin and you've got your broadhead.
Right. Where did I have that? Oh, it's just in the adventuring gear text area.
Yeah.
And were any of them carrying a crossbow, or I don't think they did.
I think one of them had a
short bow.
Yeah,
I remember a short bow now, but I don't remember anybody carrying crossbow.
Yeah, it was an iron short bow.
Yeah. Okay. Then even their missile weapons are semi-useless to me. So.
Oh yeah, because use a crossbow, not a. Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, now, go ahead, Ingolf.
Yeah, I was just thinking, so, I mean, okay, their stuff is maybe not worth so much, but now that we are, you were considering selling your stuff to the Legion, weren't you? And I would look at Giannis.
If I could have, I would have, but I have... when I reach Helgen, I have sellers there as well.
Okay, so
or buyers there.
Yeah, so let's look at the Legionnaires' camp. Maybe they have. I mean, although the bodies are gone, maybe some of the stuff is still there. Is it?
There's a little twinkle in his eye, and he says, "Well, the Legion would have a treasury. They must procure supplies, and they are well provisioned by the estates. If they're all dead, then they likely have very little use for that, and at least they may pay a handsome reward for returning it, even if we felt the need to return it." You can see he's sort of sussing out whether either of you guys would steal from the Legion or whether you would be inclined to return things.
You can't steal from the dead. They can't own anything. I'm okay with this. Let's go pilfer the Legion's camp.
Yeah. We take what we need.
Sabaka's like, let's just lay it out there. Come on, stop pussyfooting around.
All right, then. The why don't you each give us two D100 rolls? Let's see what's on the if there's anything of value on these bandits that you're able to recover. Okay, 32. Okay.
Yeah. Get that 99 out of the way with. Now.
Yeah.
That's good.
we don't want that one and try to roll that check of some kind.
All right, so Ratash, the first thing you find is 6 drakes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then...
They would come in handy, yeah.
99. Ooh. Okay. Well, how about I roll a D10 one? And 10 drakes that you find, Sabaka.
So 6 drakes again?
10 drakes that time.
So 6 drakes again. Yes, that sounds good. Keeping things nice and even.
You also find a ruby on one of them concealed in their shoe. That one, I can't remember. There is a commerce skill in this game.
Ah.
Yeah.
You should go ahead and
roll. I think it's worth a lot. I mean, we could.
Yeah. So if you want to, well, let's see if you're able to judge right now. So Sabaka, why don't you give us our first roll? It's appropriate you're rolling commerce for the first roll of the session. So that is not a success, I don't think, because it's
no.
Yeah. Remember, you're going to compare whatever you rolled to the relevant stat, which in this case would probably be perception.
Intelligence
or perception.
Yeah. Oh, my perception is pretty good, but it's still not that high.
Okay. The one thing too, when we played last time in golf, I'd mentioned that the untrained skills, they had changed it in the last edition to plus 10 instead of plus 20. It's gone back to plus 20 now, so it's minus. When you're not trained in something, now it's a minus 20 again. So, all right. So you found a ruby, but you're not sure feels valuable, but you're not sure what the total value is. Ratesh, your second thing is
merchant have an idea of the ruby?
One chipped and worn drake, which may not even be worth a full drake. Someone may have been shaving off some stuff to try and forge other coins, or and then the final thing, 39. Okay. And then let's see here.
That's 4 already, isn't it?
It is, but there's some of these are
multiple.
Yeah, require multiple rolls. Trying to find here. There it is. Okay.
No problem. I mean, we could give the merchant the chipped drake, and he will tell us what the ruby is worth.
It appears that you also have a fairly waterlogged book on here that seems to be, the name on it is, it says the travel log of, and then there's sort of a smudged out bit on the cover. It appears that whatever orc was reading this or had kept it was not keeping it in particularly good condition. It may be worth something. You may be able to read it and draw some information from it, but it does not look like it was maintained in a particularly good state.
Does it look like something like Breton or Legion type writing? Like,
why don't you give us a what is this? I don't know if my skill list would be on. Hold on. It's going to be the easiest. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to use for my reference thing here.
Would be like a lore check, maybe?
Yeah, I think like a perception lore would probably be a way of trying to judge what the value of this thing might be, or where it may be. How's that compared to your perception?
No, just a little high.
Okay, so let's talk about what you could spend luck on, maybe, because you can't spend in this game to get a success out of failure with luck, but you can spend it to re-roll, or you can spend it to increase the degree of success. Do you want to re-roll that, or do you not really care?
He hands the book to Ratesh. Some book. Not sure what it is or what it means, but that's okay. Might be worth something to somebody, but not to me.
Yeah, I look at him puzzled because what am I supposed to do with that? I can't even read. So what's...
He looks to Janice or Janus or whatever the merchant's name is now. Would you like a waterlogged book of somebody?
He takes a look. Let me roll for Janus and see what... he has no idea either. And he says... taken from someone else, you think?
It doesn't look Orsimer. That I know.
That is true. Well...
I actually don't know if I know that, but I want to sound like I knew something, so... No,
you would know Orsimer, because remember, the Orsimer, or the orcs are descended from elves, and the...
So as such, some kind of
like even though their language would be harsher and whatnot too, their script would share more in common with the elves than it would be with the human script, or the Cyrodiilic script, or the runes that the Nords use. So that goes out. I will apologize too for the folks listening at home. I have not brushed up on my lore. I was listening to the last session, and I was on point with having freshly referenced everything I needed to. We're working up to that point again. I think regular play of this will get me back on track, but I apologize for anything I'm going to get horribly wrong tonight, lore-wise.
Thus far, the Khajiit think you're doing a fantastic job.
So you cannot tell right now from what it looks like. It could be Breton. It could be... either Nibonese or Collodian, somewhere from the Empire in any event, or what was the Empire before it split.
Maybe one of the others will be able to tell when they come back from their hunting trip.
So if you toss that in the back, then anything else you guys wish to do at the scene of this ambush?
Pass the ruby to the merchant and see if he has an idea what it's worth.
Yeah.
Oh, we found this.
Yeah, and I think I would give him the chipped coin as well and say, well, you keep the coin and you will give us your best guess of the price of that ruby.
Oh. See, looks
That
at
coin
it.
looks...
This, you found this on them.
Yes.
Nice, very nice. Looks like it's scratched. It's if they pried it out of something. Perhaps it was in a piece of jewelry or a weapon, a hilt. It's not the finest I've seen, but should get, I would think, 100 drakes.
Oh, that's worth saving and trading in somewhere.
Yeah.
I cannot recall. What was our arrangement for spoils of... I believe it goes to you.
I believe so. We need to split it with those who fought against the bandits.
Indeed. Yeah, that's actually... I'll leave that to... I got a character. I'll leave that to you guys to how do you want to handle the loot.
Yeah, that's kind of... I was kind of thinking we just total it up.
Just keep the emerald for now. Just keep it.
Yes.
Because the way we have in other games is it's split amongst whoever's at the session, and then like, at least this is the way we used to do. We would do it in Night Below or in Crystal Shard. Is if there's loot that was recovered in a session, it was split, but a hoard gets split amongst the party.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So we're just splitting this between Ingolf and I because we showed up today, which is good for us. But if there was a horde or a big battle and a bunch of stuff that was required after every week, we would put that into a pile and everybody would get a share.
Exactly. And we can figure out, like, when we get more legs to this campaign, we can figure out, it'll inevitably work out, like, you know, who's able to make it more often and who's interested in making it more often. And then we go from there as to what, you know, who would be counted as, like, well, you've done a lot of work in this dungeon, so you should be sharing in the loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'll leave it to you guys to decide how you want to sort that out. Then, unless there is anything else, you guys have tossed them down. It is late afternoon right now, which means it's going to be getting, it will be getting dark soon. And traveling these trails in the dark is obviously not an ideal circumstance. So, do you wish to check on the Imperial encampment, or do you wish to travel back and find a campsite?
No, I think we could check on the camp and even rest in the camp, if I understand correctly. There's maybe a little bit of blood and gore around there, but it is...
that might attract animals, particularly predators.
I'm looking a little bit puzzled. Yes, and why does it bother us?
You can hear, ow, the wolves of Skyrim howling somewhere up in the hills.
Yeah. Sabaka hands Ritesh 8 drakes. So you can put that on your character sheet.
8, yeah, okay.
And I added the 8 to mine. And I'll put the ruby on my sheet. But we'll need to get that appraised and or...
Okay.
Sabaka's got a bunch of other stuff on his character sheet from another session. He's like, I'll just sort this out with you all later.
I think the only other session we played was that pickup one with what you guys went into Bleak Falls Barrow.
So the silverware, stolen jewelry, and the jewelry from... Yeah,
that's probably... I mean... Technically, that didn't happen in Sabaka's past, because that was... He has not...
Yeah.
You know... so you might... Well, I'm not fussed. I'll leave it to... I'm not fussed one way or the other. You came by it honestly, but you weren't stuck in a cave with a troll any longer.
All good. I'll just delete that stuff. But I'll put the ruby down.
Okay. Then...
So just to make sure, so if we go to the Legionnaires' camp, then the animals will come to us and we don't need to hunt. That was what you're saying to me.
It's not animals that we would hunt for food that would be coming. It's animals that would want us to be food. Wolves, bears. You don't eat those. They eat you.
I still don't understand. It never ever has a wolf eaten me, as far as I remember.
Oh, that's probably quite accurate. But have you ever camped in a site full of body parts? Huh?
Yeah, and it says, what's full of body parts?
Oh, the Legionnaire camp. The dismembered body parts of the Legionnaires.
I think the bodies were gone, but I'm maybe misunderstood.
So there's no bodies, but there's like hands and feet and arms and
intestines.
Intestines.
Yeah.
So it's like someone dragged the bodies off, but didn't bother to clean up the mess entirely.
Let me make a willpower check for, I think it's Resolve.
For Janice?
This game? Yeah, for Janice.
Janice?
No, he's good. He's good.
Let's go. I'm okay.
Yeah, but
he's traveled these things. He's like, let's see. So he mushes and gets ahead. Tell me what you guys are doing as you guys are covering that last half mile to reach the encampment.
Yeah, maybe you were just telling a story like, remember when we were in the vampire den and there was all this stuff. Remember all that blood? It can't be worse. Come on.
Yeah, Ratesh was in somewhere in Breton before he came here.
I have not been in a vampire den, but I fought a troll once, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So as you guys come across, the trail itself will carry down at a gentle kind of slope, but steadily, heading down. You reach a point where it turns, and then it opens up into that kind of clearing that you had seen before, Sabaka. Ratesh, you have stayed in a similar clearing. The centuries of travel that have happened between the southern regions and Skyrim have led to people having these kind of like roadside areas where they will pull over and camp and whatnot, and and particularly these major roads. Obviously, this looks like a major road, doesn't it? And when you go in here, though, this is the aftermath of a brutal assault. You can tell, I think, at a glance, the difference between when, someone has been set upon by, attackers wielding weapons and those who have used just sheer brutality to tear their foes limb from limb. Sabaka, I think you have training in. Where's your skill? Here we go. Oh, you don't have any. You don't have any survival stuff. For some reason, I thought you did. Why don't you each give us an observe check, please? And this will be at plus 10, I think.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not.
Yeah, you're.
Oh yeah. Perception's 47. So.
Yeah. So yeah, your perceptions are what, 47?
Yeah.
So this is a reminder when you check your degrees of success, you're looking at the tens digit of what you rolled, and you may need to hover over. If you're trained in the skill, or you're not trained in the skill, it'll give you modifiers to that. So like that was a 60 that you rolled, Ratesh, but it modified it up to 20. So Sabaka, what you can see as you're coming in is there are larger. I think it was either you or John's character, whose name I can't recall, who had noticed that the orcs seemed to be looking around some specific area, and they were discussing tracks. They also mentioned trolls. And from where you are, you can see there is quite obviously one or two tracks that are obviously the tracks left behind by something much bigger than the orcs who attacked here.
Yeah, I think Sabaka will point that out. Like, look here. See this? And it heads in that direction. Mm-hmm. Whatever it attacked these people, not orcs.
Yeah, and you can actually see that it is heading in a specific direction as well.
Mm-hmm. You want us to follow that?
Janice says, well, where's the... He's looking around. He's keeping himself together in light of the destruction and gore in this encampment. He seems to be holding himself together quite well. Do you see the... It would be an iron chest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
Me neither, and I look at a totally different direction.
Okay. This is a camp that likely would have, you've been following it for some time, and you had estimated, 6 to 8 tents, so probably up to 50 legionaries who were marching along here. That definitely seems to be about the correct number of tents for what remains. Do either of you have training in medicine or I don't know, it's called healing in this game?
No, I have only skills that directly relate to killing other people.
To the opposite of that.
I have skills in evading and observing.
Here we go. I got my list of skills.
So just
healing is actually survival in the game, or the special professional skill healer. Sorry, Angov, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, just looking at our merchants. So, I mean, we could sneak around, maybe find where this chest has gone, but I don't expect that we are able to recover it. Whoever was here was able to kill 50 men. I could count for 10, but
He's
not for 50.
At the tents. Look at the tents, though. That one, and he gestures at one. It was torn from the outside in.
Yeah.
Trolls are nocturnal hunters. And a fair fight, it could go to... I don't doubt that the legionaries could have covered themselves, but if they were attacked at night... There are none here, though. And there are still some things out there, like there's, they haven't... Whatever was here hasn't been fully cleared out. There are still, like, where in the case of the bandits, you're finding shitty iron things. Everything that these soldiers would be wearing are steel. They are all marked as part of the Legion, however. So if you're bringing a spear or armor or whatever, it's going to have the markings of the Legion on it. So
maybe we could return some of these things to the Legion and they'll be grateful for the knowledge that we can pass.
It may be.
Maybe a favor from the Legion for you someday, Master Merchant.
If I...
I'll gather up some things and put them on the cart.
And I think, Sabaka, while you're looking around, what you find is there seems to be it's not obvious immediately, but where this encampment is set is there is a bit of a outcropping and a kind of a path, and you notice some broken branches in here, and you see that basically maybe 3 steps off from the path from one corner of this place, if you step through the woods, you would find a trail that leads down, and it looks pretty sturdy and sufficient, like something that the trolls may have skulked up. And from where you're seeing, looking down, the shadows are beginning to fall as the sun gets lower in the sky. But from where you're seeing, the light is hitting a side of one of the rises on the I'm telling you, Anna, of the imperfect side of the mountain, or what leads down into the valley. And it looks like there is a broken hole. You're aware that the Nords kept cairns, places where the ancient Nords would lay their dead. And from here, from this angle, where the light hits, it looks like there is a broken opening down into a cairn.
Hey, Ritesh, come here.
Yes.
And then he'll point out, like, look down there, you see that?
Yes.
Looks like one of those Nord burial places. And I believe it's been smashed open. Maybe the trolls. Or maybe just grave robbers.
If you're looking down, like, it's not a hard place to travel to from here. You'd have to get closer to see whether or not there is whether, like, how old and how long it's been open.
How far are we from Helgen?
Oh, for you guys are still a good, like, 3 or 4 days travel away from Helgen.
I don't know if we can afford a side trip. I would love to go down there and investigate, but our wagon and a merchant left here could be dangerous for our benefactor.
That is true. It is also true that undisturbed cairns can have unthinkable riches in them.
Yeah. We are going in there, I'm sure, but just for the purpose of politeness, just ask him.
One upside too, because you are Khajiit, I believe you both have night vision.
Yes.
This is where we play that meme, I can see in the dark.
Yeah. So both of you would have no difficulty making your way down there. Another way of viewing this is that if this is your campsite, you're just getting close to the, an hour or 2 off from sunset. If it is a troll warren, you'd be camping next to a troll warren.
Yeah.
Just stay here, don't play with the body parts, and you will be safe.
This is, you say, to Giannis?
Yes. I think that's all the advice I have, and I think that's solid advice.
I think we should move away from this place. Camp elsewhere. If the wolves come for an easy snack, let them feast on the Imperial guts, and not my guts.
You would suggest we camp with a road?
I'm still... Spaka, what has happened to you? Since when are we afraid of wolves?
I'm not afraid of wolves, but I'm being paid to protect this man and his goods.
You're actually not.
No?
You're traveling along, and he's feeding you along the way, but that's it.
Oh, that's right. He's just giving us that damn mushroom.
Yeah, you're not getting paid for anything. He's giving you food to go along and keep his caravan safe, but there's nothing extra. There's no paycheck in this at the end of it.
Let me rephrase. I'm going to edit the scene. Delete.
Go back to your last save point.
Yeah. Okay. Janice, do you feel safe here? Because if you do, we're going to go down and investigate that cairn.
Why don't you give us a...
We could persuade him.
Even if he just pulls away from the campsite, it might be safer.
On the road, he...
Ingolf, if you haven't played Skyrim, the wolves are not a joke.
No, and they're very much that way in this game too. Remember that being outnumbered in particular is really dangerous in this game because you run out of actions to be able to defend yourself.
Yeah, but I think Ratesh is not bothered.
No, Ratesh is likely not bothered by that.
No.
Why don't you give us a... Let's see here. Just refreshing my memory of the...
So I'm not worried about orcs.
Persuade. Give us a persuade check there, Sabaka. This will be a plus 10. This will be using personality.
Not enough.
Not enough. Okay. So he is... Ratesh, would you like to use your persuade?
Yeah, I could. That's actually something I can do.
And persuade can use strength if you roleplay some way that leans into that.
Yeah, but no. I mean, yes, in a way I do, but on the other hand, I think that's... come on. So wait a minute. I'm sorry. I
it's
have
okay.
the wrong sheet. So let's go.
So
50 is not enough, unfortunately. No, I think, come on, there could only be 1 or 2 wolves. I mean, who is afraid of a wolf? Come on, that's just...
So he's not really... He's like, you're proposing to go down there?
We are proposing that we go down there and you just stay at part of the camp where there's not so much body parts. And if wild animals come, then they could feast on the body parts and leave you alone. It's very simple.
I just said that.
He's looking at you like you're both mad. But he also realizes he's in the middle of nowhere surrounded by body parts with 2 Khajiit who are eager to go into a troll lair that...
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention. It looks like the trolls came up these steps over here. So that's probably their lair down there.
And he...
But it's also a Nord Cairn.
He's stopping and thinking... Can you seal the cairn? Probably not. Like, I mean, neither of you guys have any training in crafting or anything like that. So,
but first we need to get this stuff out before we close the door.
Yes,
it's just
like you mentioned, some chest of coin. It might have gone with the trolls back to their lair. How much would that be worth?
If you survive, it could be a great deal. But, and he's thinking over, if it is trolls that did this, and they have established a lair near here, their scat may keep other predators at bay. So perhaps this is not simply a moon-mad Khajiit's idea of safety.
I'm not moon-mad. I haven't had that in ages.
I will sleep here tonight and depart tomorrow. If you do what you will this evening, and if you deal with the trolls, and if you find anything of value in the crypt, it will be a nominal transportation fee for anything of significance.
Excellent. That sounds like a significantly more improved situation than walking along and just eating stew.
Then I have a leek stew to prepare. Should we sup before you hunt?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
This could be our last meal.
So he kind of ignores that and then goes to work on, unhooking the horses, getting them set, and then he's going to get the campfire ready. What do you two wish to do? Do you want to make your way down to the entrance you spied before it gets dark, or do you wish to head down there now? Are there any preparations you wish to make before you head down there?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited. Sabaka's like, I don't think I want to wait for the stew. Let's go now.
Yeah. I just count my weapons. There are 3. It takes a minute, but then we can go.
Yep. Make sure everything is sharp. Shing, shing. All right. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Then, with everything, I think, don't you, one or both of you have some relatively good quality weapons, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it your... What are they made out of? Your saber and your short sword? Oh, yeah, they're Dwemer. So you've got dwarven swords that Ratesh uses. Forgot about that. And you've got superior steel for your rapier, your short sword, and your dagger, and your crossbow. Sabaka. So you guys, have already got some pretty decent gear. Anything you wish to do, like, do you want to try and...
Be stealthy, yes.
Be stealthy, I imagine. The path that Sabaka shows is sort of like a switchback that leads down from here to a ridge that leads along to where the cairn is. Do you want to sabotage or otherwise, do anything to make the path less passable? That would take time, but...
But why? I don't...
It sounds like you lead a simple life, Ratesh. Move in, kill things, leave out. But
we always did. I mean, I agree with you. We greatly miss our friend Tiresias, who always was more cautionary. But I think we overdo it. I think.
So Ratesh continually talks about this companion that he adventured with in Breton that you've never met, but I think he's had enough head injuries that he doesn't remember. So he assumes you all remember him. Then, why don't you tell us what do you guys plan on doing to address this cairn situation?
We sneak in, we check it out. We see if we wait until it gets dark and see if the trolls go out to hunt, and we wait upwind from them so that they don't sense us when they come out. Or is it downwind?
Well, hold on. Is that... Remember the difficulty you had with one troll?
Yes. If there's more than one, we flee.
I have no idea how hard it is to fight a troll, so I would believe that we can manage one troll. I think that's okay.
Was it Just character? He's a fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but I fought a troll in a cavern with another warrior, and it did a pretty tough job on us. We were able to defeat it, but we were pretty worn afterwards. If there was two trolls, that would mean one each, and
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that I would appreciate having to fight a troll on my own.
Yeah.
Do you also recall from your fight with the troll, Sabaka, what was necessary in order to defeat it?
Oh, we needed fire in order to defeat the troll. Get the fire going really, really big there, Janice. You could always throw yourself into it.
So I think you guys could probably judge if you fought 2 or more or even 3 trolls on open ground, you're going to get slaughtered.
Yeah,
your best bet, if you are going to face them, the only reason I mentioned it, if you're waiting for them to come out and then try and deal with them then, it's unlikely to be successful, and you're likely to going to lose your ride as well if you run off into the forest.
Yeah, I think what we should do is just we sneak in, we try to sneak out, to stake out. No, we try to find out what's in there, and then just decide then.
If the trolls leave their cave to go and hunt, maybe we can just sneak in and take a few things. And sneak. Oh, but then if they go straight back to the campsite, 3 trolls against Janice, he won't survive.
But why? It's just I'm so puzzled. So why should the trolls go out and hunt? I think they have plenty to eat.
Quite true. If they dragged a bunch of these men back.
And that maybe, I mean, if we are talking about without being trained in survival, but there should be some idea if they drag the bodies with them, there should be some blood around here.
Well, then let's check the path down.
Okay.
Sure. Why don't you give us a survival check, and let's just refresh our memories how assisting works in this. I don't
there's
remember.
no pop-ups on this.
Sorry?
Click it. There's no pop-ups.
No, the sheet is very, very basic. The way we've had to sort of do is if you've got a beneficial modifier, it'll subtract from whatever you roll. If you've got a penalty, it'll add to the roll.
I think if I roll, I could switch. So the assisting is that I could offer my 10 digits to.
That is how it works in Blackbirds and Zweihander.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I just that's what I'm just second guessing whether that's how it works in this as well, because I don't want to be remembering. From a game I've been running recently. I think they have the rules pretty close to the beginning, though. Here it is, right at the beginning. Okay, so difficulties and modifiers, types of tests, group test. Okay, so group test is one of those teamwork is what I want. Teamwork. The character leading the effort is the one who makes the actual test, and as long as having someone else assist them would be productive, they may re-roll the test once if they fail initially. Okay. The helpers do not need to be trained as long as it makes sense that you be helping. Mm-hmm. So, and in addition to that, I wanted to check the difficulty. This, I think you're going to get a plus 30 on as well, because there's that's a lot of bodies to transport, as you said. So, who is going to be? This will be a perception check. Neither of you are trained in survival. Sabaka with plus 30 means minus 30. So there's a 36. Is that less than your perception?
My perception is a PRS or PRC?
PRS is personality. PRC is perception.
Okay, then my perception is 47.
47. Okay, so then that is a success. And you roll a 4 on it. Okay, so what, which means that Ritesh, you don't need to re-roll then, or he doesn't need to re-roll it. So as you guys are looking at the area around there, there are bits where, little bits of blood or viscera have sort of dropped down on this. And I think you're able to tell, this is, much of it has washed away, and from the encampment itself, it looks like there's been 1 or 2, cycles of rain. So whatever happened there may have happened within the last 4 or 5 days. So it may have been a couple of days of effort for whatever attacked this thing to have cleared them out. And then the bandits just happened to come across them today. It may also explain why there were so many birds that you were able to see them from a half mile away.
Right. It appears this did not happen as recent as I might have thought. Several days, perhaps even 4 or 5. And in that time, it also rained. So while it might not be obvious, there has certainly been the passage of corpses and parts and things.
Good.
So, what would you guys like to do now?
I'm not so sure I want to fight more than one troll. I'm just saying.
Almost out of character. No, almost against my character's trait. I wouldn't try to fight a whole kern full of trolls. I mean, that would be stupid.
I think we have a handout with. Yeah, here we go.
Does Ritesh wear armor of any kind?
Here, guys.
Yes, leather armor.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Leather.
That's good. Not too noisy then.
No. I think I'm even trained in sneaking, so I'm an apprentice, so that should work. No, I'm not concerned about us being too loud. I'm just more concerned about in a way. I mean, let's see. Maybe we can find something out or get something out of them. Maybe the trolls did not kill anyone because, I mean, it's like, I mean, you can store away victims for later.
Maybe they're just happily glutted and they're sleeping. I've had a food coma more than once.
Sugar.
Okay, but you say we need fire to injure them.
No, we can injure them, but in order to keep them injured and to, permanently wounded, sort of thing, is you need fire. It seemed to heal really quickly.
Okay.
Why don't we just sneak in and see what the situation is? We could sit here all night making up ideas of how many trolls and whether our chances are good or not. We don't know until we get there.
Yeah, I remember saying that 3 times already.
It's a great idea.
So this will be a group check as opposed to a team check. Why don't you each give us a stealth check, please?
Ooh. What's going on?
Luck that, Ritesh?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Your green bar is your luck. Your red bar is your health. Your little green circle or yellow circle with a dot or the numbers on it, that is your stamina.
Yeah. I rolled a 67. I have to re-roll.
Okay. Well, as long as half, Ritesh has already got the success. As long as half of you guys have succeeded, that's good enough for it's a group test as opposed to a team test.
Okay, so team test, everybody has to succeed?
A team test is what we did before, where one person takes the lead, you roll, and someone else is helping you.
Okay.
Yeah. They get around. They use this sort of as long as half the party succeeds, you're good thing. You're not. You're not getting dragged down by the worst person. I'm not sure there are any really fun stealth rules in any RPG, to be honest. They're all a matter of all right, how do we get around the idea that players always want to sneak, but they also want to wear armor? So
I don't know. I could throw some chainmail on right now and tell you it's not very quiet.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so then what you guys, you make your way down the switchback, you make your way across the ridge line, and you get to this sort of clearing where the opening is located. And these things you would know because I think, Sabaka, is this your first time in Skyrim? I can't remember, or have you been in Skyrim before in the province? Do you speak Nord? It'll tell me.
Yeah, I think he's been here before. I think he's crossed the border a few times.
Yeah, you speak Nordic. So you're familiar with what these look like, and it is sort of almost like a for this type of cairn at least, it is almost a stone disc, and part of this has been broken away and collapsed down, and you can see that there's a lot of earth and weeds and such that have grown on top of much of it. Down here, it's much harder to see it. If you hadn't seen that black opening and some cleared away things, and it looks like it's collapsed in. Would you... who has the better... let me open up my rulebook to the skill list until I'm familiar with it again. Awareness, right? No, that's not right.
Observe?
Observe, yes. Would you get who has the better observe skill?
I'm a novice in observe.
Yeah, that is much better because I'm untrained.
Okay. So Sabaka, why don't you give us a roll, and you can get a re-roll from Ratash, if need be. And this will be at a plus
no re-roll required.
10. Oh, great. So as you guys approach, the sun is getting lower. You make your way up towards this. You're probably about 20 yards away, and you can hear some squeaking coming from inside that. It sounds like rodents, but they sound quite large. And it's coming from inside the hole.
Sabaka leans into Ratesh and goes, rodents inside the hole.
Maybe they are pets.
And I think you guys have come across this pest before.
Oh, yes. So you haven't played Skyrim before, Ingolf?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Skeevers. A name given to or rodents of unusual size?
Basically, yeah. So it sounds, I mean, if it is a dank hole and it's squeaking in there, with luck, it might be tiny rats, but they seem to be in cities. Skeevers will be out in the middle of nowhere like this. Mm-hmm. So,
and they carry disease.
They do. They are also just painfully stupid. So they happily attack things much larger than them.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've already rolled your stealth, so you guys will be able to sneak up there. Let me just move you over. Let me find my... Where is it here? Yes! Okay. Let's grab your tokens. I put you guys over here. And... Yep. There we go. It's funny, Dave, on Wednesday when we played, I actually, because I was back from vacation, I thought I'd hooked everything up. I forgot. I played it on Wi-Fi rather than a dedicated landline on Wednesday's session.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
So I didn't feel like the connection was lagging or things were bad, so it worked out well, but I forgot to hook up the landline.
Wow.
Or the dedicated line. Okay. Here we go. All right. It is just loading up here. Oh, this is your first time doing a big dungeon, Dave, on your new computer, too.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Okay.
It's funny, I don't make any of the pictures or the cameras small, and I'm like, maximum screen, and I'm like, it's okay.
That's
Load it
awesome.
up. I don't care.
That's great. All right, here we go. I'm on the right layer here.
Making a little chainmail dice bag tonight.
Heck yeah. Okay, guys. Let's move you down here. Ooh, and I need to paste that down here. Remember, the surprise rules are quite impressive in this, because the first round, those unaware cannot use reactions to defend themselves. But before we do that, why don't we take our mid-session break now? I can populate the first area here, and then we can come back and see what you guys find down there. Mm-hmm. Perfect. So then we'll take our break now, and we'll be back for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. Let's get this cave ready. Here we go. There we are. All right, whoopsies. And there we are. Oop, jeepers. What did I just do? Ah, here we are.
I haven't made a dice bag in ages. I may have to look up my formula.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you were moving.
Yeah, with moving and unpacking.
Forever. Okay. And all right. Okay, then allow me to bring you over here. Let me first make sure you both have vision. Yep. And yep, excellent. Okay, and welcome to my cave. Go, and I will shift ping you. Oop. How about I shift ping you this time? There we go. Control ping did not do anything. So, speaking of out of practice, my goodness. All right, let me very quickly...
Ooh, this is a large map.
It is a very large map, yes. If you're at 100%, it should give you a decent field of view. 75 might be better, I guess, depending on the screen. Let me check about surprise. Again, for those listening at home, apologies for having to look stuff up. We'll be back in the swing of Skyrim in no time. All right, so
I'm doing something crazy, Kev.
what's that?
I've got my PDF and the game up on the same monitor.
What?
This monitor's so damn big.
That is awesome. Okay. Wood. Let's see here. There's no surprise what is down there. Let me just get rid of my remove all turns here. There we go. So we're back at square one. First weekend without erasing a initiative tracker.
Oh no! Did you delete an initiative tracker last week?
Not last week. Just before the vacation, I got a little overexcited during our Fallout game, and I erased our initiative tracker during it. So.
Yes.
Oh,
I remember.
6 months down the drain.
Safety board out. Let's get the safety board out. No initiative trackers.
Exactly. The
deleted,
current record is 6 months, so let's see how we do this for the next. Wood. To determine surprise, surprise characters do not roll a d6 for initiative. They simply use their initiative rating. That sounds great. Okay, so would each of you kindly click on your token, and I can't remember if there's an initiative button on the character sheet. I have a feeling there probably isn't. So it'll be a d6 plus your initiative rating. Let me add you guys onto the initiative tracker then. Add turn. And add turn.
Yeah, I think I will have to look it up on the PDF. No, initiative rating is there. It's 12, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What's this?
And they may only take reactions after the first turn has passed. So this is that thing where it really encourages violence of action. Okay, they got an 8.
14.
So Pritesh, there we go, 14. Perfect. All right. Sabaka. So as a reminder, start of the round, all characters refresh their AP, so you have 3 AP. You can spend stamina once per round to get an extra action point. And you can freely move your speed. Now, I think these... Ooh, let's check the measuring tool, because I know I've set this up already. Okay, so each square is 1 meter. And one thing I screwed up before is you're not restricted to only the length of your weapon. Anything within that you can fight as well.
Okay, so if your weapon has a range of 2...
Yeah, but it does trigger for attacks of opportunity, and you can attack at those ranges. So each of you, I think, has 2 meter reach. Yeah, with a rapier. Okay. So, Sabaka, your speed is a 14.
Do I hear this sound coming from in direction as I'm going forward?
You do. The squeaking is coming from your right, from around that corner there.
Diagonals are 1?
Diagonals are 1 as well, yeah.
Okay, I lost count. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, 14 is...
So you've moved well past where the squeaking is coming from.
Okay.
And if you're planning on not engaging whatever you're passing down below, you will need to make a stealth roll to avoid them not hearing you. Because we're in combat now.
Right. And do you have to move less speed if you're trying to sneak? That reduce my distance I could travel?
Hide is an action, a secondary action. Remember, there's primary actions that have to be on your turn and secondary actions that can happen on other turns. Hide is an attempt to hide from foes. On a success, you gain the hidden condition. And I'll tell you what the hidden condition. Right now, you each have the hidden condition. And hidden, you move only 1 meter for every 2 meters spent. You cannot dash. Enemies cannot defend against your attacks, and attacking removes the condition. If there is line of sight, test stealth versus enemies observe. If the character loses this test, they are revealed to their adversary.
So I can only move 7 then?
Yeah. It's rounded down, I think, so 6. Did you have a 13 move, or is it 14? No, it's 14. Ignore me. I'm an idiot.
Okay, so I only got to there, because that's the maximum I can move while trying
and you
to
have
sneak.
2. So what can you see?
Not... Oh, to the south I can see.
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that while I was jaunting up north there. Okay, so that's as far as I got.
So
and that was 1 AP, right?
No. Your move does not count towards your AP. You can always move that between your actions. And remember, if you guys have tokens or quarters or whatever, or coasters, make sure you've got 3 of them in front of you. There you go, perfect. And then as you use them, because remember, we go through cycles of this, where you can choose to keep AP for defending, but you do need to spend a minimum of 1, or you need to dedicate something to a
held action, or
and they would have line of sight on you, so you would need to make a contested roll here versus their observe.
Okay, so a stealth roll.
Yes. Okay, and I remember it's as long as you succeed, it's on the 10s. Did you?
No, I failed.
Did you? You want to luck point that?
Yeah, this time I'm going to luck it.
Okay.
That's the green bar, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 4. Nice!
I got a -5.
Oh, yeah, actually, hold up. No, ignore me. I failed. So it doesn't matter. You would have succeeded. So you make your way over, and they seem to be chewing on something.
Okay. Well, we knew what we were coming in here to. So I can attack with my crossbow?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be... So the options for attacks, remember you've got options to spend 1 AP just to attack. You can spend up to two attacks unless you've got some special ability that allows you to attack more than 2 times, like what Ritesh does.
Most of my abilities are with melee weapons, so I'll just make a single attack with crossbow.
Okay, so then what you can also do is... Where is it here? You can spend a secondary action to aim if you'd like, to gain +10 on your next range attack. You could do that up to a maximum of 3 times before you attack. But I'm not sure how many actions. You can also, as a secondary action, dash, which would allow you to move up to your speed.
Actually, I think I will aim. That's action point being used.
Okay. So you got +10, and then which one are you trying to shoot this?
Yeah, that one in the bottom right.
Bottom right, okay. Okay, I don't know, square. Madison, quit cheating. Hold up. There you go.
And I'm guessing these are obstructions?
No, you can fire past them. I think you can picture they're kind of moving around. So that'll be 10 meters away. Let's just refresh our memory on how range attacks work. Here we go, range combat. So there's 3 ranges in it. There's close, effective, and long range. Close range is...
I'm within my close range. So
within your close range. +10 to hit then, so it'll be +20.
Okay, so yeah, because it's...
and remember to click
20.
on the weapon when you're attacking, because it'll give us the... Yeah, give us everything from it. Look at that. And remember, it is a superior one, or has the superior qualities, you get to roll damage twice on a hit.
It doesn't say my crossbow is superior. It just says the two short sword and the rapier are superior.
Okay, so if you look at your PDF, the crossbow has...
superior steel crossbow, okay.
Yeah, and then under the combat, roll damage twice, taking the higher the result, and select either broadhead or bodkin arrows. Broadhead gives slashing, +4 damage to unarmored locations, and that's actually not accurate because they changed how bleeding works.
Bodkin is slashing and broadhead are splitting?
Yes.
Yeah, so I had broadhead in.
Broadhead in, okay. Okay, so then that is a hit. You also generate advantage on this, so you can...
It takes first damage, I guess.
First damage... Yeah, 9, okay. And... Let's see here. You do choose hit location on it. That's important because if you roll higher than their wound threshold, you get to roll a crit. And certain hit locations are more... impactful than other crit locations. But advantages, what you could spend your advantage on are like precision strike, choose hit location, penetrate armor, treat full armor as partial or partial as unarmored, press advantage, +10 to the next melee attack you make, forceful impact, apply damaged 1 quality to any armor on the hit location, or take a special action. And this special actions are things like try and knock them back or knock them down, try and disarm them, try and blind them, try and force movement, try and trip them. Do any of those appeal to you, Sabaka?
I think overextend is with evade and parry only.
Yeah.
+10 to next melee attack during a round?
Against that target.
Yeah, because it doesn't really have armor or...
No.
Damaging its armor doesn't do anything, so armor reduction doesn't do anything.
And choosing the location in order to...
Choosing location would be the helpful thing here, because you did 9 points of damage against a skeever. That's a lot of... That would be... Check your wound threshold, and is that at or over yours?
Oh, yeah. So maybe like if I hit it in the head?
That probably is a good call.
Location head? That would
So
be my
then...
advantage.
Yeah, and that would be... I can tell you that is well over its wound threshold, which means that there is a critical hit... And where is it here? All right. It's a wound, not a critical hit. A wound to the head. Oh, you know what? Hold on. It was slashing, right? So it does extra delta. You kill it outright anyway.
It's broadheaded is not the slashing one. It's splitting, I think.
Okay. So splitting. Let's refresh our memory. What splitting?
So broadhead bolts do +1 damage and splitting.
Bonus damage equal to the strength bonus, but only if the initial damage resulted in you losing 1 or more hit points. Slashing is bonus strength damage against unarmored locations.
So I should be using slashing on unarmored creatures and stuff.
Typically, yeah.
Okay.
That is automatic. So, and your strength bonus is a plus 4, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
plus 5 damage.
That is 13 damage. So you one goes down. That is one action. Do you want to take another one, or do you want to pass?
I will pass. Did I not aim as well for the extra 10%? That should be 2 actions, right?
You used 2 so far. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Ratash, what are you doing? You are still hidden currently.
Yeah. I have not even seen what's going on, so...
You will have seen that Sabaka turned and fired his arrow in that direction.
Yeah, okay. And there was something, so I guess I would just move forward my usual thing.
If you're still trying to remain hidden, you'll be moving 7.
Yes, I remember that. So, and I think... So if I stay here, then I could maybe react if something comes out from below.
Okay.
If I understand that correctly.
Yeah, so the way that you delay your turn is you declare a set of circumstances in which you will act. You then skip your turn without spending AP and may insert your delayed turn in order as a free reaction if the conditions are met. If the delayed turn is not taken before your next turn would occur, then the action points are lost entirely.
Okay.
So...
Yeah. So if something comes into melee range, then I will attack it.
Okay. All right. Then it is the skeever's turn. So they can't take reactions, but they can take actions. Their move. They squeaking furiously here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to only give them 2 actions this round because they probably weren't. One of the actions would have been taken up trying to figure out what's going on. And then 1, 2, 3. So one is beginning to run directly towards Sabaka there. Ratash, if you'd like to make an attack.
Yeah,
obviously. You are hidden, so it cannot...
defend.
It cannot defend. So go ahead and make your attack.
Let's see. So...
You could spend 2 actions to do a all-out attack to get plus 20.
Yeah, I think I have 80 already. That should do the trick.
Good. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah?
Yeah.
So
go ahead and roll for superior. So 4, and your strength bonus is a 4. So that is 8 points of damage. That is You have advantage. You want to do hit location as well?
Yeah, maybe on the head. And
Got it.
So this is slashing, and that's the other 4.
Yeah, that's the other 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then first they must make an endurance test known as a shock test. Actually made it. Fuck. 02 I rolled. So a blow to the head, it stuns it for 1 round.
Okay. Oh. Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, that definitely... After the shock test has been resolved, -20 to all tests, -2 to future initiative rolls until the wound is recovered. And it has 30 seconds before they drop to 0 hit points through blood loss. Oof. That is brutal. All right, so that you brained that one, Ritesh. Then, and remember, during my, like, I get to move these guys fully. He is stunned now, so he's, what is the stun condition in this? You might look it up and remind myself.
I only spend 1 action right now, yeah?
Correct, yeah. So you still have 2 AP. Lose all remaining AP when they're stunned. Holy smokes. Cannot regain AP at the start of each round, so he'll have to... Yeah, that one's effectively going to die. All right, so then that one is done. Then the other 2, I'm going to have... start moving them out. And 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. All right, so one of them is coming around the corner there, Ritesh. Let's quickly look at attacks of opportunity. When an opponent moves out of your melee range without taking the disengage action, when they move closer to within the melee range...
Yeah. I think if it stays there, that's okay, but if it moves closer, then...
Yeah, unfortunately, you're no longer hidden, so it is aware of you because you attacked. It is going to try and charge in on you, so you can go ahead and make an attack. They are still...
Yes.
Oh, you're not hidden anymore, so they're not surprised.
Okay.
So, but go ahead and make your attack before he gets in.
Yeah.
If you'd like.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Is there something I can do to increase my damage? Aiming won't help, it was just making it easier to hit.
Aiming will not help, no.
No.
I don't think there is a...
No.
Yeah, Killing Bro... Precision strike is to hit a specific hit location. Really, it's a matter of...
I would just do the normal attack.
Okay.
And 42.
I have one more. Whoa, that's a big hit. I failed, so you get advantage as well. You rolled max damage, so this thing's dead.
Yeah.
What does it look like as this thing tries to go in and get you?
Yeah, I think I just I hit the first one and then I'm just trying to wait for another one and then just stab it, basically.
Okay. And your third attack does have to come, if you make another attack of opportunity, it will have to come from your short sword.
Yes.
You can make another attack of opportunity if you like. They only have a reach of 1.
Oh yeah, there's another one.
Oh,
okay.
But you know what? Hold on. Doesn't your short sword have a reach of 1?
Yes.
So you wouldn't be able to do an attack of opportunity. Because the reach isn't there. Okay, so then it moves in. This thing is going to attack you. You do not have to make the decision to defend until... Oh, no, I'm confusing it with Blackbirds again. Hold up. I knew I was going to do this, which is why I was like, I'm going to make sure I double check. All right. Player must choose to defend before the attacker has rolled. So you can evade, parry, or counterattack.
Yeah, and counterattack is just after I was hit, or we hit at the same time, but I can't hit him first.
That's so. The difference is evade is a contested roll. If you win, then you get the fuck out of the way of it. Parry is a contested roll. And if you... Oh, and within evade, you also can move up to 1 meter in any direction for free. Parry, you just negate the attack. A counter attack, whoever rolls best hits.
I would just parry just to make sure that it's okay.
So then go ahead and I think... Does your short sword grant any... Nope, no modifiers. Okay, so go ahead. I'm making a roll for this thing. I failed with a 5.
Okay, yeah, so I don't have to roll at all, do I?
No, you still have to roll.
Okay.
Because if you succeed, you get advantage and might be able to do something.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see. So, and I roll just like an attack, I suppose.
Exactly, yeah. Same thing as your combat style.
So, minus 17, yeah, okay, so that's... Okay.
Oh, minus 17, yeah, so you succeeded, which means you could overextend. The opponent's next attack test within 1 round is made at minus 10 penalty.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do that?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so you hit this thing and kind of push it back. It's going to try and attack you again. I think you are out of action points unless you want to spend stamina.
Okay. Okay. I'm just wondering how many actions I have. Okay, but yes. Okay.
You have 3, right? Because you did 1 to do your initial attack.
No, I have 3, but I thought they only had 2. But yeah, okay.
Right, and they're moving. Remember, that's not a move. Not an action.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so do you wish to spend a stamina or you just want to take the hit?
Yeah, I would just just take the hit maybe.
Take the hit, okay. So here we go. I do hit, and that is, let's see here, 1d4, and I've got advantage. So your armor is what? Partial?
Yeah, partial, yeah.
Okay, so I'll use the advantage to bring it down to no armor, and it does 3 points of damage.
Okay.
So your full AP still does apply. How much AP do you have?
That is a good 1, I suppose.
With your... Yes, 1, okay. So that means you take 2 points of damage from that bite, and... They have grabbed onto you.
Okay, that's not so good, but yeah.
Okay, and then... Whew. All right, we got 2 more. Now, Sabaka, remember at any point you can choose to take... And same thing, Ratesh is out of actions. Although you could spend a stamina still. You can use secondary actions like dash or things like that. Or if you want to change your weapon over, for instance, you can do that at some point. You just need to spend the actions. All right.
And that doesn't have to wait till my turn?
No, secondary actions can be taken on anybody's turn.
Okay.
You just have to go in order. So I've gone with somebody. So, for instance, you could choose to go before I move my next skeever if you wanted to.
Kev, can I change my weapon?
Yes. So I think it is a free action to drop your bow. And then I believe... is it 1 AP to ready a weapon? Yes, it is. Draw sheath, reload a weapon is 1 AP. It's a secondary action. Okay. And then I'll go with one of my actions, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, and in on you. So I got another 1 on you, Ratesh. I'm just going to see if grappled does anything. Grappled. Is actually not a listed condition. So that may have been one of the things. Well, we'll figure out what that is after. It's not going to be any penalty for you. Ratesh, do you wish to defend whatsoever?
Nope.
Okay. I missed you, though. And then Sabaka, do you want to spend another secondary action, or you want to wait for your turn?
I'm out of action points.
Are you? Okay. You can only spend 1 stamina point once per round to get another action. The second attack comes very close to getting you, Ratesh, but does not. And then the final skeever, I can move 3. I then need to dash in on your side here, Ratesh. And I think with outnumbered... Oh, there's no outnumbered thing. It's just your AP is the penalty. You want to defend against this one?
No, I think not.
Okay. I hit, which is... So I'll use the advantage to do the same thing. Go for an unarmored area. That is 5 points of damage this time.
Sometimes...
She'll take 4. All right, and I think that's well less than yours. So Ratesh is being set upon by these things. Next pass, do you have any action points left, or do you want to spend stamina, Sabaka?
I don't have any movement left, though, so even if I spend stamina, I'd have to spend stamina to move.
To
first,
dash,
right?
yeah, you'd have to...
Yeah, so I'll pass.
Okay. Ratesh, are you spending stamina points at all?
No.
Okay. Then it is, and they are out of actions as well. End of the round, and I'm just double checking to see if we roll initiative each round. To determine the order in which they take the turns during each round of combat, all characters involved must make an initiative roll. Okay, so it is every round. All right, so we're at the... And all characters replenish their AP at the start of the turn. Not on their turn. Start of the round, not start of their turn. Okay, so let's roll initiative again, guys. I got a 13 this time. Whoa, guys, holy smokes. Who's got the higher dexterity? I've actually got it right or agility. Sabaka, your higher dex or agility.
54?
So here we go. Sabaka, 3 AP.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'll move there.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the one that's right directly between us.
Okay.
And I'm not going to aim or anything. It's just a skeever.
Okay. It is going to try and evade.
Okay.
I failed.
So did I.
You want to luck point yours?
Yeah, I think I am going to luck point because my good friend is being beset upon.
Yeah. That is a solid hit. So go ahead and roll a second one for superior. So 6. You have advantage. So you want to target the head again? Actually, you got enough with a hit of 6. That's enough to kill it because of your strength bonus.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. You could keep spending AP if you'd like, or are you done?
I will attack one more.
Okay. It's also going to spend AP and try to defend. Failed. It's a hit. Max damage. I'm assuming you're spending AP to hit the head again.
Head again.
It's 2 down.
And you can't move, attack, move in this game, correct?
I think you can. It says for your movement budget. During their turn, a character can move a total number of meters equal to their movement budget. This movement can take place at any point during the character's turn, either before or after any actions they take. So, for example, base speed is 13. They make a standard move for 8. Oh, this is an example for climbing, so never mind.
Okay, so I'll just move in right next to Ratesh then.
Okay. And then...
So that's 2 action points that I've used.
Correct. You got 1 left. Ratesh?
Yeah, I will finish off the last one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that I will make it. So.
It's going to evade. I failed.
Yeah, let's see if that works. So yeah,
that's you make it roll again, but that's enough to kill it outright.
Okay.
Okay.
So and just for measure, the other one is bleeding out.
Yeah, the other one's going to stagger against the wall and then bleed out as its head drags down.
Okay, if there aren't any more, then I would say that's okay.
Okay. So they are down. Now, let's talk about first aid. You didn't suffer any wounds, Ritesh, but you did take some health point damage.
Yeah.
So you can use either survival or... I think you guys have healing potions too, don't you?
Yes, and I would take one actually.
Well, do you want to try for the first aid first to save your?
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I can't do that on myself, and I'm not sure whether Sabaka can do it.
I don't think Sabaka can either, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah. So that was my impression as well. Lance.
All right. So how much is your healing
8.
potion? Nice.
So I'm just...
Okay. Then.
Now it's just listen.
Cannot hear anything.
Maybe let's go where they came from.
See what they were eating.
Let's go.
You want us to stay in initiative to move, Kev?
No, you guys go ahead and move. Like maybe move up to your half your speed.
Yeah, okay.
So like 7 squares, and then you can
judge. I would move yes, from here and then.
So what you can see in the corner up ahead from where you're standing is the warren of the skeevers. Neither of you took wounds, so no one needs to no one needs to make a disease check. Neither of you have... Well, you could make a plus 30 survival test to try and harvest the rat meat, but it does require an endurance test to eat to avoid getting a common disease.
I will skip that entirely.
Yeah.
Then why don't you each give us a D10 roll?
Rather go back for some mushroom and leek stew.
Yeah. And still some bushmeat left over as well, because you guys had gone hunting. Mm-hmm. There's... how much time do you want to spend rooting through there?
Not much.
Not much. So you do a quick look over, nothing catches your eye of value. What it seems is that they're pulling bits of, like, there's chewed fingers, there's chewed... If you see in the corner to the north of you, there are some skeletons that seem to have been quite... things have been broken off and left there. They seem to be quite gnawed over by little skeever teeth.
There's a passageway up north. Yes. Can we look around to see if there's like troll tracks or anything, or the blood that the trolls drag bodies?
Yeah, the surface in here, it does seem to be padded down, but these are quite natural walls still. Why don't you give us an observe check, Sabaka, at... actually, it's tracks you're looking for. Why don't you give us a survival check at... well, with a reroll from Ritesh. I think this will be easier. The packed surface down here is going to make it difficult to... Okay, so if that was a failure, you can roll again. It'll be up against perception.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so between the two of you, you can find some drag marks that look like some relatively fresh blood. Dried, of course, but I mean, like, why would there be blood down here? And big, heavy troll prints leading north down that natural passage.
Okay.
And
Trolls. That way.
Sneaky forward, yeah.
Go ahead and move yourself 7. Okay. What you can see to your right there, guys, is a natural wall. Oh, sorry, a constructed wall.
Mm-hmm.
Constructed.
This is stonework in this wall right here.
Like a cairn?
You can see there are broken bits of masonry and stone on the ground in front of you as well. And then further ahead, what is the natural path and some pools of water gives way to cobbled stone floors.
Interesting. Let's move a little bit closer.
So you're flush up against a wall. And Sabaka, as you move beyond, you can see this seems to carry forward, and you can hear it is quite... the way the wind is moving up ahead makes you think that this is a much bigger and a more open area.
Nothing like a crypt on a Friday night. Get the blood going. So does this look like an intersection up ahead?
Looks kind of like that.
Okay. I'm going to sneak up ahead, take a look. I don't know if there's a way to peek around the corner. I don't want to move my character beyond the...
If you hold down Alt, you can move your character forward a little bit and take a peek.
Okay, like there we go.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a huge map. Multiple passages. Far to the left, straight ahead to the right, and another passage ahead, but a little to the left. Which way do you want to go? I guess we could also still see the blood trails that continues. Is that relatively easy to follow?
The trouble is it passes by a couple pools of water.
Mm-hmm.
But there does seem to be natural corridors up ahead. It looks as if this place has partially collapsed and partially been excavated again.
Let's go.
One thing you're aware of too, the humans who built these places, they tend to lay their dead in here, and you have certainly heard stories of Draugr, the unquiet dead who lurk in these crypts. Or at least
those unquiet deads, for reasons beyond understanding, they never attack trolls, only other intruders.
Mm-hmm.
And in the stories I heard. Should we go south and explore?
Yes. Don't see much here. Oh, what's that on the ground?
That on the ground is a chest.
Does it look like an imperial chest? Something that
does not look like in it. Well, actually, give us a lore check at plus 30. That's an 84-year-old, so it's a human chest, you think.
I don't know what kind it is.
If you're relying on Ritesh to help with the observation, you could get one free reroll.
I don't know. Ritesh, do you understand the difference?
Yeah, I mean, all humans look alike, but maybe I can understand whether this chest was made by our folks or humans. I think I could get you that reroll, I suppose.
Okay, so go ahead and give us a reroll there, Sabaka. at plus, so subtract 30. A 36 versus your intelligence.
Bingo, right on.
Okay. This is a Nord built chest. I think Ritesh is the one who's like, look at the scratches on here. And he points. Yeah. While Ritesh cannot read and most script looks just like that, he at least recognizes the general direction that the scratches take between the Cyrodiiliac language and the language of the Nords.
Ah, yes. Nordic. Maybe this has been here for some time. This could be treasure. I'll position myself in front of the chest. Examine it.
So this would be, I believe, a subterfuge roll if you wish to try and pick the lock.
Okay.
Let me take
a look. Is there like a trap system in
there is, yeah. Give me a sec here. I can tell you. Would I want to
check for traps first?
Probably not a bad. Let's hear. So subterfuge. Oh, there's specializations. Let me double check. I can't remember. So a specialization you can take for 100 XP grants you plus 10 in a specific area. So subterfuge is the general skill. Specialization would be like lockpicking, sleight of hands, or traps. So why don't you give us a subterfuge and a subterfuge roll against perception.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. That's pretty good. Yes, there is a trap in here. You want to try and disarm it?
I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to try and disarm it.
Okay. Let's take a quick, just to remind ourselves what your... I can't remember if you've got any talents that are helpful here.
Most of my talents are assassin talents.
Okay.
Assassin strike, duelist, exploit advantage, riposte.
Oh, yeah, wow. If no other characters are within melee range of your opponent, if you succeed on a defensive reaction test against an attacker that failed its attack test, you immediately regain 1 AP. That's badass.
Yeah.
You guys are both kind of combat monsters, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. We are perfect. Only for dungeoneering we are shit.
Where's our goddamn teammates? So why don't you give us an agility, or subterfuge check against agility, please?
Okay.
No problem. It's disarmed. All right, would you like to open the chest then?
Yeah, I'll pick the lock.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got to pick the lock still too, right? So that will be once again an agility or intelligence versus subterfuge, whether you're doing it by feel or by puzzling it through. Your choice.
I think I'll go by feel. That's agility, right?
Yep. Come on. Oh, look at that. Easy open. And that was a no slouch. Like, that was a difficult lock because I didn't give you any modifiers. Wow. So, would you... Oh, you know what? Hold up. I think I've got...
Ritesh, come inside here. Let's take a look at what we've got.
Yes.
Let's see. I forgot there's rules for vampires in here now. Awesome.
My Khajiit voice is a little less accurate as it was earlier because I'm trying not to make too much noise.
It's okay.
Okay, but I mean, vampires, they are nice. I encountered someone.
Okay. Oh, I don't have a loot roll in here. Where's my... Here it is. All right. And that was in... Yeah. Go. And...
I mean, just in time for us finding the chest, the sun came up.
Nice. Would you give us a D8 roll there, please, Sabaka? 3. Within, there are 24 drakes worth of tarnished gold. There are some other items in there that have all been reduced down to almost nothingness.
Cool.
12 more drakes for me. Yeah.
Scoop those out. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want us to keep track of that it's tarnished gold, or do you want us to just like...
If you want, I mean, it's stuff that you'll be able to sell. We're not going to, unless it's something that I will make difficult to sell. The things that matter for the purpose of buying, like for determining how you're going to get rid of them, is more like anything that isn't just coinage. These are drakes, so this is going to be something you'll be able to exchange for coinage. If it was like a tapestry or, you know, a goblet or something like that, I probably get you to record that separately, but this you could just split between you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. We've got our first treasure from this trip, and I'm feeling positive already.
Yep.
It also means you need to keep an eye out for chests, because you may have passed one already.
Yes, we should keep an eye out for these.
So,
I nod as if I would do, but I don't.
all right. Where to now, guys?
Oh, there's our little passageway here.
Oh.
Check it out. Get like right into the corner here? No. Kind of weird dynamic lighting. It looks like there's a room there, but...
Okay. Now, let's see here, Ritesh, would you give us a D10 roll, please?
Oh, yes, I can do that. 8.
Okay. Where are you guys going next?
Are you making us roll like chaos dice, Kev? Is that what...
Pretty much.
Shit. Okay.
After X number of rooms or X amount of space, we're rolling to see if anything is wandering through here.
Yeah. I will follow.
Okay, now when you get to there, would you kindly hold on? Would you give us Sabaka a observe roll at plus 20?
I will observe what I can observe by observing.
How's that compared to your perception?
Excellente.
So you can hear...
My perception's 47.
There is something snuffling and kind of snorting not far from beyond that chamber.
I think he'll put his hand to his ear and point down the eastern hallway to Ritesh.
I'm assuming that you guys are continuing to remain hidden.
Yeah. I'm going to reload my crossbow.
Okay.
So
And,
if we hear snoring, maybe I would just go the other way. I mean, what point is waking up the troll?
I'm going to put a bodkin arrow or bodkin bolt
Okay.
in case it's something that doesn't have. Okay. Can I have, Kev, if my intention is to have a loaded crossbow and not to reload it and shoot it, could I just tie a rope or something to it and just let it go and have it swing from my belt? Or
I mean, you're not talking about a hand crossbow here. You're talking about a...
Oh, this is a full crossbow. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
two-hander. That's a two-hander. Never mind.
Yeah. So that would be it'd be a chunk of wood you'd be dragging along. You can imagine how that potentially could go
Yeah, that would go really bad. Possibly.
poorly for you.
So yeah, I think he'll just put his rapier away and reload the crossbow.
Okay.
Is Ritesh trying to push by, or is he going back the other way?
Yeah, that was my indication. We should go the other way.
Yeah.
Because I have no.
Yeah. He kind of
Maybe.
nods you to go back.
Okay.
And I'll go to here. And then turn over to the... Yeah.
Try to remember where we came from now.
Dynamic land ace of bats. Who the fuck were we?
Yeah, left. So that's okay.
Didn't go up
And
here.
there's something up there as well, but we'll... Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe go into the smaller corridor up. It's okay. Or there, yeah. Whatever you...
Hey, wait. I spy something. Sabaka points down into the corner of the room with his crossbow.
Okay. Now this looks familiar to you.
This is where we came in.
It is.
Oh.
But we missed this chest.
We walked right by it. So he'll lay his crossbow down on the ground and get in front.
Okay.
Looks like we've got a process here.
Why don't you give us a check for traps, so subterfuge against perception. This one will be plus 20.
Plus 20?
So 27 you would have rolled.
Yeah.
Okay. There are no traps in this one.
Okay. Then it's locked though?
It is locked, yeah. It'd be against agility, subterfuge, plus 20 as well.
Okay. So a little easier than the last one?
Yep. Easily opens up. Why don't you give us a D100 roll this time? Ooh, an 8. Sadly, whatever has been set in here has desiccated down to nothingness. Nothing of value in here.
Sifts through it. It's like there's nothing here.
This feels like a computer game. You spend all the time opening the chest and then...
I love that there's a mechanic for why bobby pins mean something in Fallout, in the Fallout RPG. So I would like to recapture that for carrying around like 40 lockpicks because they keep breaking as you're trying to open up the chest. Where would you like to go next?
Back up the hallway, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and to the left maybe.
Yeah, well, Sabaka points north. Because there's a hallway there.
Okay, yeah, then...
You went scooting around a little bit. You spent time searching in the chest. Why don't you, Ratesh, give us a D10 roll, please.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Getting closer, yeah?
I'm just gonna look at my... He's like, 1 second. Looking through my inventory. Do we have any,
What are you looking for?
something I can mark the wall with?
You both have Khajiit claws.
Yeah, but I want to scratch my claws on a stone wall. I think
Why do we want to mark the walls? We are not...
He leans in and whispers, "If we have to flee, do you know the way out?"
Yes, south.
Yeah, sure. So he's like, he grabs a couple of stones and he lays them on the ground right here in the corner, so that he knows that there's a little pile of stones means that's the hallway to get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay. If you want to put a little dot or something on there, feel free to.
Okay.
And it looks like both of you can see further ahead now, too. What do you see at the end of that corridor to the north?
I don't know what that is. Is that like a root or a...
It looks like an enormous bronze door.
Oh, that's a door. There's a door to the north. Probably the north. Let's go take a quick peek around this corner before we go up there. Oh.
Okay.
I'm a little bit confused what a quick peek is.
Ooh.
So he's gone. I was just standing there waiting for this quick peek. Maybe he will come back.
So Sabaka, would you give us a subterfuge against perception first? This will be, let's see here. It's a little further into the crypt. Let's say plus 10. Okay. There is a trap on here, but it'll be plus 10 to disarm it.
Okay, agility.
Yep. That's actually a crit fail, so you may want to spend luck.
I will spend some luck to re-roll that bad boy.
So how long is this going on? I think that's a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you can hear him fussing away with what's going on there. Why don't
I will just match up a little bit because this is weird.
And you said plus 10? I barely made it.
Oh, did you make it? Okay, thank God.
Yeah, because my
agility
is 54. So
holy smokes! All right, so you have successfully disarmed the trap. It was very close. I was about to have to look up to see what happens to you. Then, would you like to pick the lock?
Yes, now I'll pick the lock.
Okay. This will be plus 10 once again.
No
problem. Okay. And would you give us a D8 roll this time? Let's see. Okay, hold up here.
Meanwhile, I go there and give you a strange glance as if you have told me something and left me standing in the hallway.
I thought you were following me. I thought you were coming with me to look.
So there is in here. As he comes up, you can see he's finished. He stuffs his thieves' tools in his pouch, creaks the chest open. You guys can see there is a bunch of jewelry in here. Jewelry worth a total of 68 drakes.
So, the jewelry, this would be something where we'd have to negotiate with somebody to get value for it, or we just say it's worth 68 drakes.
I think you guys can safely split it amongst you.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because if I know I'll get 68 drakes with it, I'll just give 34 drakes out of my coin to Ritesh.
Yeah, you guys can split amongst you. So you would each gain 34 drakes if you're splitting 50-50 on this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. How's that for a find? Pretty good.
Yeah.
And ooh.
Hey, there's another one across the hall.
What?
I like these Nordic chambers.
Yeah, I think all the work we did before was, I mean, this is really, yeah.
Before he goes to do anything with this one, he puts the crossbow down, he's listening.
Listen, this will be an observe check at plus 10. You want to luck that, or you're down to 1 luck now.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Ritesh listening? Do I get a reroll?
Yeah. I guess I'm listening.
Okay. You could say, Ritesh, do you hear anything? So it'll be 30 versus your perception.
Perception is 47.
You can hear something similar to what you heard before. Down that corridor and off somewhere, yeah.
Do we want to take care of this chest and then get out of here?
Yes. Seems fine.
I'll check it for traps.
Now, while you were doing that, why doesn't Ritesh give us a D10 roll?
It's a 4.
Okay. Sabaka, would you give us a subterfuge against your perception? This will be a +10 as well.
Last point.
This is trapped.
Damn it. He's like, I'm not feeling as lucky as I used to.
Want to try and disarm it?
Yeah, agility.
Agility subterfuge, yeah. It's +10 as well, so you're good.
Yeah.
And then let's see about picking the lock. +10 once again. There you go. Would you kind of give us a D8 roll?
You want to give one angle?
Yeah, I can do.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do all the rolling here.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, you're doing all the work.
Here we go. What is within there? That is... seven. Okay, so that is 34 drakes worth of tarnished silverware.
So 17 each.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. It's like we shouldn't do anything else.
Then let me ask you this. What do you think is going to happen when these trolls wake up?
I think we're just moving out by then. So we're not there anymore when they wake up.
Right, but where do you think they may be going? You think they'll
To
stay
where we
down
were.
here, or
Who cares? We are away by then.
Time to go.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
now? Why don't Sabaka and Ritesh each give us a stealth check, please? This will be against agility.
Okay.
No problem, I think, for either of you.
Yeah.
I'd say making off like bandits, but those bandits we met didn't do so good, so.
Mm-hmm.
Including my little marker.
Okay. Now, I'll ask you again. Where do you plan on going here after you get out of the crypt?
Yeah, I think we will have to convince our friend to just move away rather quickly.
Where?
It's in the dark. His horse is not going to know where to go. Maybe we set a trap for the trolls. Or can we seal this cave off?
Yeah.
Trap them in here. That'll make them...
How?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay, so, yeah. I mean, that seems like a reasonable plan. We'll figure it out. It's just like... perfect.
Cleavers.
Okay.
So if we exit the cave, do we want to attack trolls from above? Set a trap for them or something?
I don't know. I mean, we could get away.
Assuming Janice is still there. Hasn't been eaten by wolves yet.
Yeah.
We'll just tell them there's 5 trolls and we need to move.
Yes.
Where is, I guess, what I'm... You're 3 to 4 days away from the... from Helgen. You'd be navigating
In the dark.
roads in the dark. You guys would be able to see, so you could potentially do that. It would be a matter of leading the horses.
We could each lead a horse in the dark. You'd have to trust us. But then we're going to be tired in the morning.
So do we know if trolls are by daylight?
Trolls are not affected by daylight, no.
These aren't Tolkien trolls.
Yeah.
They don't turn to stone when the sun rises.
Yeah. But I see, why should the trolls, I mean, okay, someone killed some of the rats that they will see, but we did not disturb them any further.
If we assume that they're not coming out, but we don't know. They could be hungry. They could be hunting every night.
Yeah, they could, but why should they follow us for days? I mean, that is the thing I would.
The days is probably not what's on your mind. Surviving the night. That might be foremost.
I have no feeling how close we are to this merchant guy.
You guys are. This was close enough for about 5 steps beyond the edge of the kind of clearing where the camp is where Sabaka found that.
No. I mean, on a personal level. So, I mean, we could get away. That's what I'm saying.
But you have no food.
Yeah, we would. Well, yeah, but we could hunt something or so. I have 2 rations on me.
Do either of you guys have survival?
No.
Yeah, I have 2 rations on me. Come on. That will at least make it. It's only 3 days, you say. So that's no. I think we will just give it a shot. I mean, what would be the alternative? I don't see how we could collapse this cavern. I mean, if there is something that is obvious to us as characters, then maybe. But
no.
If there isn't.
Build up a bonfire in the doorway, and as long as it's burning, they probably won't come out.
Either of you have an axe?
I don't.
Well, I guess we could get one from the camp.
By then, it might be too late. Let's just go.
So you think we are following? Or I don't understand somehow now the urgency of this. There's trolls coming after us. Why should they?
What do you think your characters smell at the place you are right now?
I understand not fearing things, but I've lived long because I'm aware of danger and I avoid it.
Well, I didn't leave the tokens down there, but there are now the bleeding carcasses of 7 skeevers laid out in the entrance here.
Yes.
That's
I see that and I understand that. So the trolls will think there was someone here who killed all the rats.
Or they may smell food. Skeevers don't tend to be pets of anything. What they would do is they would flee if something was large.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't see any alternative. I mean, I just don't understand the discussion right now. Well, if we don't get out, we will stay here and then fight a bunch of trolls, which we are not equipped to do. So
So what are you guys doing then?
I'm going back to the camp.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Yeah.
Okay. So it is Dark when you make your way back to camp, but fortunately you are able to see. You can see that Giannis has built a small campfire, and you can smell the... Let me clear the initiative tracker here. You can smell the leek and bush turkey stew that he has going. You guys can certainly hide yourself from him between the darkness and your natural abilities for hiding. How would you like to make him aware that you guys have returned?
I don't know. Maybe we can make a noise. We like a bird's noise or something to get him.
Step on a branch deliberately. Crack.
Okay.
It's us.
What? Did you find? Did you find the chest?
No.
We found a couple of trolls sleeping. I think we have to move rather fast.
He looks. Move where? I thought you were going to take care of the trolls. What do you...
Yeah, we can't. Well,
you said you were going to go and take care of the trolls. That's why you went down there.
We took care of some skeevers.
So what did you do down there?
We looked around, heard some trolls, came back. It was a reconnaissance mission. We were gathering information.
And if they... You think we can outrun them in the dark? If they come?
I don't think so.
So what do you propose to do then? You said to make camp... I just made food!
Indeed. Perhaps we could break camp, and Ratesh and I can lead the horses in the dark down the road.
Have you any experience leading horses in the dark?
I can see.
we should do another thing. So, I think you two just break the camp, or at least put out the fire, and I will lead a false trail into the woods where the trolls can follow.
Huh? What kind of trail?
I would use one or two of the skeevers we killed.
So you're gonna go back down and collect skeevers?
Yes.
Alone?
Yes.
Why don't you just stay here with us? And we should have a fire. If we're going to fight trolls, having a fire helps.
Okay, yeah, then we should have a bigger fire, okay?
Giannis is starting to move around, and he's like, trolls, oh, trolls. Let me make another check for him for willpower. So he's like, fine, we're traveling in the dark then. And he goes over and he starts harnessing up the horses, and he says, well, pick up everything. There's no time to waste. Leave the stew. Hopefully it will distract them.
Maybe they'll stop for stew.
So he looks and he says, oh, but not the pot.
Okay, we'll pour the stew on the ground, and we'll take the pot and the tripod.
Okay.
We should take torches, or make torches from the fire, and put them on the wagon.
So remember, torches are torches, in order for them to be useful at all and not just a brand that's going to go out right away, they need to be treated with pitch and other stuff to make an effective torch.
Right.
So I think you guys each have torches.
Yeah, I'm just saying we like light the torches in the fire.
Yeah,
and then
I mean, I assume he has a lantern. Like if it, in bad weather or whatnot, too, he's got something in order to light the way, so he can likely light that and try and make his way along. Ritesh.
Yes.
Would you give us a D10 roll, please?
Yeah, now, finally.
So, let's see how... Would... Who is more to blame here? Ritesh or Sabaka? Or are you guys equally to blame?
To blame for what?
For saying you're going to go and take care of trolls and then not doing it.
I was cautious the whole time. He talked all big in the camp about being able to slay trolls.
Ritesh, would you kindly give us a luck check, please? Your luck is 42.
Yeah, that is okay. I don't see any problem right now. We will fight trolls then. Come on. Can I? There is no
I'm not sure if you're able
luck.
to actually roll one of the stats on it, so you could just roll a percentile dice and compare it against your luck.
4.
It is as you are loading up the last bit of stuff that you hear the sound of a troll making its way up that trail. So,
one troll, come on.
Let me see here. Have I a... You know what? Let's do a theater of the mind. Fuck it. So, as you guys are... And I think I've got a troll token. So, he's got everything loaded up on the wagon. You guys are ready to go. A lantern is lit. The horses are ready to go. Someone is up front ready to lead the horse away. And you can hear this thing coming up. It is probably about from where you are to the edge of the clearing. It's probably about 15 meters, maybe a little more. What do you guys do? Oh, let's roll initiative. Fuck it. What am I talking about? What do you do?
Click on my token.
Yeah, here, let me add. I don't think players can't add turns to initiative, can they? If you right-click on your token?
No, I don't think we can.
Don't think so? Okay. Here we go. That's...
Oh, 18.
Nice! All right, let's add turn for the troll and make this a fun one. Let's give him some stamina as well. All right, where is the troll? Voist. Assign troll. How do you say troll in German?
Troll.
Troll?
Troll, yeah.
Nice.
It's the same word, just the pronunciation
Different
is
inflection.
different. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Sabaka, so if you want to enter your initiative as well.
Oh.
And this one,
Hit enter.
2, 10. Okay. Oosh. All right. So, Ritesh, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, if I understand correctly, so attack is the best way of defense in a way. So, I mean, I could charge over if I understand correctly.
Yeah, your move is a 14?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are both super quick. So a 14 would probably put you just in melee range with this thing. It has a reach of 2. So your weapons would be able to, your saber at least would be able to reach.
Okay. The idea would be, I don't know, if I can do something. Treat the next. Okay. Just no. We'll just wait for it. So I will just attack it first.
Okay. So you roar and go racing over. This thing sees you. I'm going to give myself some initiative or AP here. Okay. Justifying a purchase. Wow, it's a Kickstarter thing, to be honest. All right, so then I will defend. It will try and evade. So go ahead and make your attack.
Okay.
I succeeded. I succeeded with a 2, though. Nice. Whoa, wait. What is the roll?
This is not nice.
Oh no, the 1. Do you want to? So, do you want to luck that to re-roll?
Yeah, I should.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing that. Wait a minute. So let's re-roll again. That's.
Oh my god! Works. Fuck. Okay, so you race in and swing at this thing. It is much nimbler than you expect, and its bulk of its body is not where you expected. That's only 1 AP you've used. You have 2 more.
Okay.
You want to attack again?
I will. Yeah, attack again. Yeah.
Okay. Go right ahead. I will evade.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I failed.
So then I have a 21.
Nice. Go ahead and roll. So roll for superior.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have advantage on this as well.
So
10.
This is
Nice.
Max. Yeah.
Okay, so that is 14 points of damage. So look at this. Doesn't quite reach its wound threshold. But what would you like to do with that advantage?
Yeah. Okay. So the question is, first of all, does it have armor or something?
It has natural toughness instead of armor.
So yeah, but would this kind of piercing thing you?
No, that doesn't do anything against, because natural toughness is different from armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have been clear. Natural toughness is actually like a mechanical term in it. It acts like damage reduction, but it just isn't armor that can be destroyed and whatnot.
Yeah, so I cannot. I'm going for precision strike or penetrate armor.
Is there a special action that you'd like to try? So, like, you could try and bash him to knock him back and make him lose an AP. You could try and blind him. You could try and disarming doesn't help. You could force movement. Try and trip him.
Yeah,
that doesn't cost you an AP. It's free because of your advantage.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, blind him would actually be good because then he would have no action at all.
It definitely would be good. Trolls in the what do you call it? Elder Scrolls setting, though, do have 3 eyes, so it is a little harder to blind them, but it is definitely possible.
Okay.
It basically means that the attempts to blind them are at -20. But you can still try.
Yeah, I can bash him, then he would lose 1 AP. That would also be...
And he has been chewing up AP trying to get out of your way.
Yeah. Okay. But this doesn't work because target cannot be larger size, so I can't actually. Could I trip him?
Trip can't be larger either. Let me take a look at, hold on, we're looking at the short rules. Let me take a look at the full description. Because a lot of these, sometimes they have, like, can't be more than 2 sizes larger. Let's just be sure that that isn't the case here. This is something that's new in the new newest revision of the rules, is adding in the option to use advantage to do special actions. I really like it. Okay, special actions. Here we go. Trip. No, it is just flat. Can't be larger size. What about feint?
So feint just gives me the thing that he can't parry.
Exactly, and it's your attack. It applies until the end of your current turn. So you would have to spend. That might be challenging.
Yeah.
So if not that, what you could do is.
Okay, so I try to blind him. Okay, come on.
Okay, love it. All right, so to blind opponent, make a combat style test against evade or combat style. So this will be minus 20. So add 20 to whatever you roll. I did succeed, but I only succeeded on a 2.
Yeah, I succeeded on a 2 as well.
Do you want to spend 1 luck point to increase it by 1?
Yeah, I could.
Because then you win.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then, with that, what does it look like as you get that strike in, and they are blinded for this round?
Yeah, I think I would just I try to cut him on the head or so, and then maybe there's blood on his. But. So you said I'm very close to his wound threshold.
That attack, each individual attack has to count separately. So what were you thinking?
But I'm thinking I could spend stamina points to increase the damage by 2.
You could. That would not be enough. You would need to increase it by 4, but you can spend more than 1 stamina point.
Yeah, so I would do 2 stamina points to.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so then let me do this. All right, so okay, so you're doing that. Let me ask you this. Would you want to spend the advantage to do, if that's what you're going to do, is try and go for a wound, do you want to go for a hit location, or do you want to go for a
blind?
The blind. Because remember,
blind,
or you
blind
can roll random
better.
hit location.
Because you can choose the hit location and with your advantage instead of trying to get a blind.
Yeah, I understand. And then maybe hitting the head would be even better. Okay. Yeah, okay.
So what do you think?
Yeah, let's go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he needs to squarely hit him in the head. Let's see here. He needs to make a shock test. So this is... Let's see here. All right. To the head, so he needs to make an endurance test. His endurance is not that great, actually. So he failed his endurance test, which means... You've hacked out one of his eyes.
Okay.
So it does take 3 wounds to blind him, but he is getting the passive penalty of -2 to his future initiative rolls and -20 to all tests. So
that is helpful.
Yeah! He staggers back. And screams in pain. The horses both rear up. You have 1 more action point, I think. Ritesh, do you want to do anything with that, or you want to hold it?
I would actually do another attack.
So you're in a bit of a bind here because you've attacked twice with a saber. You need to attack with the sword.
Yeah.
The sword is a 1 meter range.
Okay, so I can't.
No,
you'd have to spend a stamina point to close, and then...
You might also want to have AP to defend yourself if it starts swinging at you.
Yeah, but if Yeah, I would. Yeah, okay. So then I would just spare the 1 AP. Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hold it.
Yeah, I have to.
Sabaka, what are you doing?
Well, I had that bodkin crossbow bolt loaded, so
Okay.
I'm going to let that fly.
Are you aiming at all, or are you just firing?
No, because I'm going to do something crazy and foolish right after this.
Love it. So go ahead. He will. Nah, he's not going to evade this. Ooh, is that hit?
No.
You want to? Oh, you have no luck. All right. So
Luck. Picking tests.
that goes off somewhere into the forest.
Yeah. And drop the crossbow.
Yep.
That's one action point used. Use my move to get into melee range flanking the troll.
Okay. Remember, flanking doesn't do anything in the game.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So then I can just be up in front of it with
Yep.
Tesh. And an AP to have my rapier out. I can draw that on the way.
You can.
And now it's got 2 targets.
Do you wish to attack as well? You still have 1 AP, or are you saving that?
No, I'm saving that for dodgy dodge.
Remember, you can always spend stamina to get an extra AP once per round.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I will attack because my first counterattack using a melee weapon with a dueling quality does not count towards my maximum number of attacks. But there was another one I thought were.
That one's quite useful too, because remember, if he attacks you, you can choose to counterattack instead of parrying or evading.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't count towards your total number of attacks.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I'll give it a swing.
Okay. He is going to evade, but I got minus 20 to this now. I failed.
Partially blind.
Ooh, solid hit, max damage already. So you have advantage. What do you want to do with your advantage?
Strike at his head. I saw
Hit location at the head.
Ritesh do some good things, so I'll strike at the head.
So right now you've only done. You would need to do 6 more damage on it in order to trigger another wound. That would be 3 stamina. That'd be 2 of its eyes down if it fails its toughness test.
There's 3 stamina used.
Okay. So here we go. I'm making it is minus 20 to its endurance. I failed by 1. I failed by 1 fucking point. I rolled. Jesus. I'm not kidding. I rolled a 31. It has a 50 endurance, minus 20. I failed by 1 fucking point. So this is hit in the eye. Let me see here.
Did it give a morale check because it just lost 2 eyes?
Well, I'm also going to see if... I actually don't know if it stacks. Like, if multiple wounds, if the penalties for multiple wounds stack. Typically in the game, it's a single source thing. Oh, and you also lose AP when you take a wound.
Yeah, so he has no AP left.
Well, he had no AP left beforehand, too. Holy smokes. I'm going to increase it to minus 30 for now, and then I'll look up the rules for stack, because I don't see it. And typically... Oh, he's got blood loss, too. Although he's got regeneration, so... Okay, then that is 2 of his eyes that are now gone. And on his turn, I'm going to have to spend... So he would have lost 2 AP. I'm going to spend 3 stamina to be the 2 lost stamina and the 1 to do a sweeping strike to try and hit both of you.
I'm going to use a stamina to get an AP back.
Okay.
For dodge to evade.
Yeah. And I don't think you've done that this round, have you, Ritesh? If you want to spend 1 stamina to get an action point?
I have still 1 action point left.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yes.
Then, would you like to defend against this?
Yes.
Yeah, I can parry, I suppose. But the question is whether I would like to counterattack. And actually, I do.
You can, but the trouble is you don't have anything in reach that you counterattack with. Because remember, you can the only reason you get the extra attack because of your thing is if you use your short sword.
Okay, so I can't have an attack. Yeah, okay. So then I can parry. Yeah.
Okay. And then Sabaka, what are you doing?
I will also parry because I want to be able to riposte.
Well, remember that the counterattack, riposte, I think, is the name of your ability, isn't it? It's a counterattack that you pick as your defense then.
Yeah, the counterattack is my defense then. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so. He gets an AP if he parries and then can attack.
Yeah, and his riposte is the first counterattack you're using. Weapon with a dueling quality does not count towards your maximum number of attacks.
Okay, so.
And your rapier gets +1 success level to parry or counterattack.
Yeah, okay.
As well.
I thought he got an AP back, but nevertheless. Okay,
so that's exploiting an advantage. That's another
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it has to be no other characters have to be within melee range.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So let's see here. So first, I'll roll against Ritesh. I succeeded with a 4. Nice. Now
I succeeded with a 6.
Ah, amazing. So you knock his hand aside. No damage to you, Ritesh. And Sabaka, I succeeded with a 3. Nice. And you get +1 to that because of your thing. So that's a 7 that you just rolled.
Oh yeah, I got as well. Sorry.
That's awesome.
Awesome. All right, so then Sabaka, you get to roll. Oh, so roll superior. It's a 5. Okay. So 5 + 4 is 9. All right. Okay. Then that is the. Does anyone have any action points left or any stamina points they wish to spend? The troll is out of action points and cannot spend another stamina to get another action.
No.
Ritesh, do you wish to spend? No. Okay.
No.
Then everyone click on. Oh, you can't click on your token. Go ahead and roll initiative for round 2. I got a 12. Nice. Ritesh could taste the blood.
His own blood? No.
He hasn't been tagged yet. All right, and then I got a 12. Ritesh, you're up first. 3 AP. What are you doing?
Yeah, I would just attack first with my with the saber.
Okay. So I will evade. I have -30. I failed.
Yeah,
Solid
I succeeded with an 8.
What do you want to do with your advantage?
Might I go for the for blinding? Maybe would that help?
Like hit his third eye? Like go for the head?
Yeah, but I can't. I don't make enough damage to get a wound, so it wouldn't do anything, would it?
What blind would do would, let's see here. If you're successful, the blind condition cannot see anything, -30 to tests that benefit from sight, and auto-fail tests that rely solely on sight.
Yeah. Okay, so but yeah.
First, let me do the damage that you did to him.
That's 9.
9. Okay, so there we go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything better than blind him. Actually.
What are you planning on attacking him again?
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah. That.
Press the advantage.
Yeah, I could use the advantage to make him hit me harder, so I could close in.
No, that's actually only when that's overextend. That's only on an evade or parry.
Okay.
A press the advantage gives you +10 to your next melee attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have two more. You want to attack again, Ritesh?
Yes.
Okay. Go right ahead. I'm evading again. And remember, you got +10 on this. I failed once again.
Yeah.
So you have advantage and max damage right now.
Yeah.
So you would need...
Yeah. Then I would go for the head again and spend. I had to spend 2 stamina.
The last
points
2 stamina
40.
to get that.
So his threshold is 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have -30 to my roll right now. And let's see here. Oh, and I needed to roll for his... Okay, I gotta make a regenerate check, which I failed. So he didn't regenerate this at the end of last round. And then the endurance test is at -30. I needed a 20. I rolled a 23.
Yeah.
He is blinded.
Yes.
You have 1 more AP and you have yet to move, Ritesh. So this thing bellows back. All 3 eyes are a bloody mess right now. What would you like to do? Do you pass or do you go again?
No, I would move into close, so into direct range. So
he's not going to make an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, so I could stab him again.
Go right ahead. I'm going to give him -40 net for this. And yeah, he fails once again. So roll for superior.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. That's 13. There we go. So Ritesh sees in and is stabbing and hacking at this thing, bellowing. He's out of AP. Sabaka, what are you doing?
Sabaka is going to attack with his rapier.
Okay. Cannot defend. Is that 63? Okay. Is that a hit?
No. Not unless there's a penalty.
There's not, no.
No. So that's 1 AP. I'm going to peel off from the combat.
Okay.
And head to the fire.
Okay. So that'll be a move. You still have 2 AP.
I will grab a burning log.
Okay.
So hopefully grab it from an end that's not like totally in fire.
Yeah.
Via makeshift torch.
Okay, that'd be 1 AP.
And then I'm going to use an AP to run back toward combat to dash.
Okay, I think you probably, because you got 14 movement. I said that this thing was about 15 away. I'm fine with you using part of your movement to run over, grab it, part of your movement to run back.
Okay, then I have an AP that can brandish the burning log on the troll.
You could try and attack the troll with the burning log if you like. Okay. This is not part of your combat style, though, so you'd have to roll something that is strength, that you're not trained in.
Strength and untrained?
Yeah. Or just give a percentile roll of anything. Is that less than your... I think you can...
Strength is 41.
I think it's 41. So that, unfortunately, is a miss.
I swing it, and it comes close, but... Yeah.
Yeah. The troll is out of actions. I'm rolling for... It does not regenerate this round. Top of the round, guys. Let's roll initiative. I got a... Oh, he's got -4 because of his wounds. So I actually got an 8. I don't think I can possibly go before you guys.
Yeah, we got +12 bonus, so I think.
Yeah. 18.
Okay.
Have you rolled anything other than 8? Ritesh truly is...
Yes. I
17 earlier.
So Ritesh, you are up. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's blinded and he can, so hit him again. Come on.
Okay. I failed my evade. That's a solid hit.
Yeah, and maybe for more damage? No.
Okay, so
it
10.
stays at 10.
You got it. Oh, 2 more AP.
Yeah, try the saber again. I mean, it's a little bit frustrating, but yeah, this is what with 6, so 10 again.
With sorry, I think a 70 is a fail though, isn't it? Because your attack roll was.
Oh yes.
But
it was a natural 100. It was actually a critical.
Oh, but you do have 1 luck left though if you want to spend to reroll.
Okay, so yeah, then agree.
In which case, I think the reroll would have been a hit, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no, because 51. 51 is your strength is a 44. Your agility is a 50. That's off by 1.
What?
The second attack roll. Your reroll was a 51.
Yeah, but I'm hitting normally with my.
Right, but you compare that number to your agility. Your agility is a 50. That's a miss.
Okay.
Yeah, because you rolled 81, and you would compare that to your agility plus 30 for your training.
Okay, yeah.
So just barely missed it. You've 1 more AP. You want to use your short sword?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I failed. That's success. Go ahead and roll damage or superior.
It's
nice.
8.
12 points of damage. All right. This thing is just screaming in pain. Savaka.
I'll swing at it again with the lock.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm out of AP.
No, we're at the start of the round. We rolled initiative again, so you have three AP again.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a miss. Now remember, you can spend 2 AP to get plus 20 to hit.
On
that's your, what is it, determined attack or all-out attack? What is it called? All-out attack, melee only. Spend 2 AP to get plus 20 to hit. So that 67 is a miss, because the reason you're missing with this one is because it's not part of your combat style.
Yeah.
You can spend 1 more AP on an attack. Or let me rephrase that. You can make 1 more attack. Do you want to spend 2 AP to get plus 20 to hit?
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Is your strength a 42?
My strength is a
41.
41. I missed by 1.
So you could burn luck. You could burn 1 point of luck if you wish. You would lower your luck score by 1 to add shit, no, you need to blow 3, burn 3 to reroll a fail test, which would lower your luck score down to a 39.
No, that's fine. Sabaka's like, I'm not skilled with this.
Okay.
It must fit fast.
In which case, I think this thing felt the heat of the fire, though. I'm going to spend a stamina point. It is going to turn and run to try and stumble down the hill. Whoopsies. But I am going to have to make a agility check, because it might just run off the ledge.
Yeah, because
it can't see anything, and it's stumbling around and in pain and whatnot. I just rolled a 67, so this thing turns and runs into the bushes, and then you hear first the bellowing shock of a troll who just ran out a ledge, and you can hear the sound of it crunching and falling down away. Now you guys have driven off your first troll.
Can we go burn it now?
What do you guys do now?
Burn the corpse so it can't come back.
It just fell off the ledge, and there's more trolls out there.
Yeah, I think we will move out steadily and just try to get some distance. I mean, our plan was to get away, and we should do that.
Yes.
Okay. So you can hear with his fellow trolls bellowing off in the dark, and you guys otherwise ready to go. Oh yeah, collect your weapons. You head off into the darkness towards Helgen, slightly richer, and having defeated your first troll. Guys, for tonight, you will each gain 200 XP. I think, Dave, you had 150, I think, from last time, right?
Yeah, so that's 350.
350. You can see in the, whatchamacallit, in the core book how you can spend that that XP, and I'll put in the Discord server how where to find that. But there you are, guys. With you guys escaping into the darkness, you have plumbed your first tomb, you have defeated your first troll, and you've encountered some skeevers. And we've ended yet another troll fight with no narrative metacurrencies left. I think last time you guys blew through all of your stamina and your luck as well. How much total money did you guys make off with today? Each
71 per person, and the ruby, which was worth 100, I suppose.
Yeah.
So that's was that 142? So 242 you guys made today?
Yeah.
So to give a judge for that,
like old editions of D&D.
Yeah.
Experience for treasure?
Well, that's enough to you could buy a longsword with that.
Yeah, or another healing potion, maybe. That would be something.
Not a bad idea at all, no. Excellent. All right, then, guys, that brings us to the end of the session. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 2, or session 2 of our ongoing unofficial Elder Scrolls role-playing game campaign, Skyrim. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to our friends at... there's a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active, and we have a channel... I don't think we have a... I don't know, do we have a channel dedicated to Elder Scrolls? I don't remember. I can't remember if there is or not.
I don't think.
No, I don't think so. So it'll be we have an assorted games channel, and we have channels dedicated to most of the games and campaigns we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other things like finding a group, or GM discussion, or just a non-RPG chat. Lots of great people over there, and you are more than welcome to join us. They're helpful and knowledgeable and friendly. There's also a link down below to the dungeon to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a great selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they do not have something in stock in their extensive catalog, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserMashup. All one word, all caps. It's listed in the description of the video, and you'll save yourself 10% on your purchase. There is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages, which is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in a bunch of different places. You can learn all about that by following the link down below to Heroes Save Villages, and any donation that goes through that link goes directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it comes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to benefit the kids who are serviced by SOS Children's Villages International. If you made a donation of $25 or more since January 1st, 2024, head on over to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server, because voting is currently open for our first charity session of the second half of the year. We are doing, for the second half of the 2024, a series of mashup adventures, and currently the voting is going on for what RPG we will mash up with the classic Expedition to the Barrier Peaks adventure. So if you've made a $25 donation since January 1st, head on over there, cast your vote for one of the 4 options we have. There is a tight race. All three of the 4 options have had votes cast for them already. And there is some lobbying going on for one of the options as well. So it is a tight race. We'll have 4 more sessions after this one as well. So if you've donated since the start of the year, you'll be able to vote on all 5 of the mashup sessions for the second half of the year. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart heroes. So Dave and Ingolf, thank you so much for joining me back in the Elder Scrolls game. It took us a while. Well, let me phrase that. It took me a while to get back up to speed. I feel like we're about 80% of the way there now. There's a lot of stuff that fell back into place, and the fight with the troll, you guys kicked some serious ass, and it felt very much like what we were when we were in the Bleak Falls Barrow before as well.
Ritesh, Trollblinder was
Trollblinder, yeah, that was incredible. That's really neat. The new options for using advantage to trigger some of those special actions with hit location. I feel like I mean, we had the hit location one before. I don't think I appreciated how valuable it is when it's stacked with the wound threshold thing. That's super fucking cool.
Yeah.
But we'll be back in Skyrim in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are encountering on the road to Helgen. Surely, when has anything ever gone wrong on the road to Helgen? I mean, Ingolf will have the answer to that very shortly.
Yeah,
So,
as soon as he logs in and creates a character.
then we'll be back then. But until then, for those listening at home, thanks once again for joining us. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.